Now, the black keys are really cool because they can help reveal the patterns of melodies. Here's what I mean. If we look at Amazing Grace, we're actually skipping a lot of keys, and sometimes it can be tough to keep track of. Now let's play Amazing Grace on the black keys. See how everything is laid out nicely? It makes it easier to see what notes are used in this melody. And it's not just Amazing Grace. I mean, it could be, do Lord, oh do Lord, do remember me. It could be, I saw the light, I saw the light. And it's not just gospel music. Look at this. There's a lot of funk music that also utilizes the black keys. Now, you might be asking, why do the black keys lend themselves so nicely to all of these melodies? And here's why. Let's take a look at how many notes we have here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we start over again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, you may have heard of another scale that uses 5 notes, and it's called the pentatonic scale. Pentagon, 5-sided shape, penta meaning 5, pentatonic scale. Makes sense. But the black keys are just the pentatonic scale. There's a lot of interesting reasons as to why the pentatonic scale is so singable and why there are so many melodies written on it. There's a video on YouTube where Leonard Bernstein explains his theory as to why the pentatonic scale is so universal.
I began by imagining myself a hominid infant. Na, 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 na.
I'll give you a brief explanation as to why I think it is. 1 second, let's do this. So let's take a look at this guitar string. When I pluck the open string, I get a note, in this case E. Now, if I take that string and chop it in half, it creates this really cool thing called a harmonic, which is essentially the string, instead of vibrating normally, there will be a little node in between and it vibrates in half, and that's why it raises the pitch up an octave. And there's also other points on this string where I get a harmonic. Now, if you take those harmonics and then just line them all up as notes, you get the pentatonic scale. But the reason I use it so much is because it sounds good. Armed with this knowledge about the relationship between the black keys and the pentatonic scale and the pentatonic scale and its connection to all these vocal melodies, here's what you do. You just start making stuff up. A lot of beginners feel like they need to know everything before they can start making music, and that's just not true. Instead of thinking about it like that, think about it as this fun game. So when I teach kids, I say, try this. Pretend the white keys are lava, and then just explore the black keys. I'm not thinking about the names of the notes. I'm not thinking about anything. I'm just listening to the notes I'm playing. And then eventually what happens is you sort of get control over them and you kind of can know what you're going to play next. Go ahead and squish down the pedal if you want to, and just play. It's impossible to sound bad if you're hitting black keys. If you don't know anything about piano and you want to trick people into thinking that you can play, do this. Just pick a note, and then it always sounds good. Sweet. The pentatonic scale is the scale that most guitar players learn first. So if you want your piano playing to sound more like a guitar solo, then the black keys are a great way to kind of start learning how to do that. Now, to get the two hands involved in improvising, here's some things that I would try. First, just drone on a note. And what a drone is just like a really long bass note. I'll just drone on this G flat or F sharp, whatever you want to call it. You know, and I'm only worrying about this. Now I'll just play the scale over this and have some fun and listen. then when I, feel so compelled, I feel like I've kind of done everything I've done with this note, I'll move to this note, E flat. Maybe I'll go back. Oh, I like that E flat. I'll go to this A flat, D flat. So much fun stuff. And then eventually what you can do is start playing like the blues. So that you can play the blues on the black keys by just playing E flat in the bass, A flat in the bass, and B flat in the bass. So here's what this might look like. So fun. I mean, I could do this all day. I need to get back to shooting this video. Or you could play some doo-wop. If you want to play a little doo-wop or something, try this. You'll play G flat, and then E flat, and then A flat, and then D flat. So that's going to be more like jazzy, kind of fun chord progression. So here's what this could sound like. So fun and cute. Or you can just play random notes in the left hand. I think that improvising is an important thing for any musician to do. Although it's fun to read sheet music and learn other people's songs or learn the chord progressions and learn all of this stuff, I think that it's a mistake to not improvise on the piano and to not be curious about the sounds that you're making and how to create them. And, ultimately, most music that you hear is somewhat improvised. And I guess like all music is improvised at one point because the person had to write it. Much to think about. My challenge to you is no matter if you just started playing piano or if you've been playing your entire life, take a little bit of time to play around on the black keys. Have some fun with them, maybe sing along with what you're playing, maybe try some different improvisations, play melodies that you know and try to figure them out by ear on the black keys. And just because it's a lot of fun does not mean that it's a futile endeavor. This is what being a musician is really about. It's about hearing a sound in your head and being able to articulate it on your instrument so that you can connect with your audience. All right, well, thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope this has been helpful. I hope that you enjoy having some fun playing the pentatonic scale or playing the black keys. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing to our channel. But above all else, just enjoy playing, and thank you so much for watching.